referee has spoken. Folks, my name's Adam. I've been asked, and I'm very blessed to be here on behalf of my family to share the thoughts and the words written to our dear departed friend Roger. So bear with me. As you see, I've got a bit of a book to get through. We've come together today to celebrate and honor and remember the life of a very good friend of ours, Roger. It is with deep personal honor that I've been asked to speak here and share these words from the families and from the friends. Roger was a man who left a lasting impression. We had a privilege of knowing him for his words of encouragement and advice, a laugh, and always, can I get you a glass? It looks a bit empty. It's with deep sadness that we have to gather here today, but it's almost an immense gratitude for knowing him. Each voice, each memory is a thread of the fabric of Roger's life. Sharing this will keep his spirits and wine alive. This will not be my last conversation with you, my Roger boss. No, don't leave me. Sounds familiar? Those were his words whenever you got up to go. Standing here now, today, I can't help but feel the emptiness and irony in those words. Roger Pops was one of a kind, Irish through and through. Always a mandatory glass of something nearby along with a biscuit or six, and almost always a smile on his face. He had a way of making life lighter even when things were heavy. Music was a special part of him. He was an incredible piano player, though I'm not sure Mozart or Beethoven would recognize their own pieces in his hands. He played the way he lived, with his own flair, never quite following the sheet music, and always making it better because it was his. If you ever spend time with her hanging in the tree, you probably still really don't understand what that story was about, but somehow the details never matter. The joy was in the telling, and he told it frequently, each time like it was the first. Growing up, I learned to always call before visiting, because chances were good you'd find him swimming in a pool, bollock naked. And with a lot of care in the world about who saw him, although to be honest, calling ahead never did change his course of action. A trauma I learned to live with, and a picture that I could never unsee. That was just him, unapologetic, living his own way.
It wasn't pretty.
For those who saw him in the hospital, you'll remember him smoking his imaginary cigarettes, puffing, ashing, even putting them out. A true testimony to the life of Roger Pops. No matter what, he had the spirit right the way to the very end. Although I was only his stepdaughter, he never made me feel anything less than his own. Maybe because he already had 4 sons, or maybe just because that was who he was. He had a way of making me feel that I had made his whole day every time he saw me. I will never miss that. Even right at the end, as sick as he was in hospital and later at home, he would light up when I walked in. Roger, the colours and light you have left in my heart no one can take away, because I will always carry them with me. I will cherish your humour, your love of music, your beamy smile, your unapologetic naughtiness, your stoppers, your special way of pointing at people you hate, of cruel, your sneezing, gruig.
That is here in Irish.
That changes that whole sentence.
Oh, there you go. Now
Very quickly.
your sneezing when the weather changed, and above all, your love for my mom. Because for the most part, you made her deserve the suffering you went through. I am grateful to God for answering our prayers and taking you home. You can rest easy now. So Rogie Pops, I'd like to end where you always did. No, don't leave me. I only want to call it leaving because neither of us never really left. We just agreed on until then. Roger, it is a sad day indeed, but knowing your suffering is done soothes the pain. You were the first dad I actually had a relationship with, and I will forever cherish that. Most of all, you were a friend. From shared stories, multi-million-dollar business plans, and Captain Morgan that made us forget, to hangovers I will never forget. These will be memories I hold on to. I will raise the glass to you today, perhaps two. Rest in peace, bud. It's been an honor.
Roger.
Cheers, guys. If anybody hasn't got a drink, now's the time to grab one.
Somebody grab me one.
Also,
I'm the last one.
there's a lot of sunlight coming in from there, and then I also realised I'm supposed to be the family. Well, so I'm getting involved.
So this one is from Rosemary. I will shed a tear with everyone else, don't you worry. There is so much I want to say that would take most of the afternoon, so I'll keep this short. That's not yet. Roger was my friend first, before anything else. He gave me a cushion that said, best friends until forever, which I still have. No one realizes that forever will come at some stage, and no one is ever prepared for it. We had many happy times, and our fair share of not so happy times too. We were both strong-willed, and that was bound to happen. We didn't always like each other, but we always loved each other. And that love was strong, deep, and forever. His sense of humor was at the end of another level, and I loved him for that. Rog was ill for a very long time, but this year was particularly difficult for him. He hated hospitals, don't we all know that, and always said that if he went to hospital, he wouldn't come out again, which was disproved every time he came out. He left an incredible mark on every doctor and nurse he encountered. I'm positive, which was why his request not to be hospitalized at the end was honored. It didn't help. Rog was still Rog. There were some very special people I would like to acknowledge here. My daughter Taryn, who visited him so often and bought candles, loved her unique sense of humor. Taz, you so much, he loved you so much as I do. Thank you. My son Greg, who is responsible for the live stream and helping with Roger when he was sick. Greg, he loved you as a son, and I love the unique you. Mike, thanks for having a drink with me in the evening so I wasn't drinking alone. I appreciate you.
It's rude to drink alone with you, Mike.
Hey, that's never drinking, buddy. Hey, good friend.
Nova, a dear friend who is here for me always. She organized his pressure mattress and nets, and he never got any bed sores. Thank you, my friend, for popping in for the many cups of tea with tears. Jenny Mowat, who just keeps me grounded. My brother Errol, who is a regular visitor. This is Errol's farm. To both of you, a huge thanks for all your hard work and very short notice, and for opening your home to everyone. Yeah, so Adam, who I call my third child.
That's you.
Thanks for always having my back, and thank you and Judith for coming down so quickly on Sunday. Thank you for being you. You're very welcome. Nola, Dawn, Charlotte, and Linda from hospice, for your love and care to Roger and to me. Those hugs were appreciated. Jenny Millington for always helping me, even though Rog tried to run away from Camish and care. Your kindness and compassion is at another level. Grateful thanks to Jazz and Roy too. No matter, Roger Carer, you are nothing short of an amazing person, and your endless kindness to Mr. Rogers, you called him, was something I will never forget. I prayed that you would be with me when he took his last breath, and you were. Thank you, my precious child. Nomfundo, you gave me the golden hour with Rog. I will always treasure that memory forever. You have a wicked sense of humor, and although he gave you the finger more than once, you really enjoyed your company.
She's bad as a child. She's really
Morgan's funeral home, who treated Rog and myself with dignity and compassion. Thank you for going out of your way and coming to Howick to do everything, which meant I did not have to go to Maritzburg. Harcourts, Patrick, thank you for the beautiful flowers which are here today. And thanks to everyone for being here and for the literally hundreds of messages of love, kindness, support and memories I've received. I intend to take them all and make an album when the building is finished.
You hear that, Mike?
My apologies if I've left anyone out.
I
I'm
left
afraid.
one person out. Sorry, can I say Jakes? Jakes and Linda, thank you for driving all the way to be here. I know it really is. Thank you.
I also want to take this time to tell you that none of us know when our time is up. Be kind, be thoughtful, be compassionate, love hard, love often, and live life to the full. Roger always said, life is great. It's the sudden stop at the end that worries me. Now it's happened. I found this peace. Rest easy, my man, until we meet again. Anyone else want to volunteer anything for it?
I'm so impressed. It wasn't even affecting something in there.
Wait, it's coming. It's coming, but
Thirsty.
I'm just being respectful. I can't be respectful for other people.
Oh.
Hello to Rosemary and to everyone at this very special gathering today. I am Avril, Roger's sister, younger by a decade. Used to tell me in jest, an afterthought. I am truly sorry that I...
That was fun.
You're going to repeat it? No, don't. Stop it. I'm truly sorry that I and my family cannot be there to meet you in person and join in the celebration of Roger's life. None of you will be familiar with his early years, so I get to tell you what a great brother he was, and I've written a few words I will only give to chapter 1. Roger was my big brother, and for the first years of my life, my idol and protector. He was a person I loved and admired more than anyone in the world. He would call me kid, or I'm not sure why, but I accepted it. When I was a teenager, he brought me on the crossbar of his bike wherever he was going. He always included me. And so, later on, I was on the motorbike. I think that's where my love of speed comes from. Roger got married in 1974, aged 27. A few days later, moved to South Africa, permanently to start a new life. I was devastated. As it happens when people are halfway around the world from each other and are busy making a life, working, rearing a family, financial constraints, and many other reasons, years go by. We did not know what was going on in each other's lives as we were in contact less frequency. The saying, life gets in the way, however, it did not stop me from always being grateful to the start he gave me in my life as being my loving big brother. I'm extremely grateful to Rosemary and her family for the love, friendship and laughter they gave Raj over the years. I know there were many happy times together. In particular, the last few months have been emotional and physically exhausting for Rosemary, and thank you, Rosemary, for all you have done, loving him and caring for him. It means so much and such a lot to know that he had such love. To Roger's sons, grandchildren, and many friends, our family send their sincere sympathies to you on Roger's passing. He always loved a good party, and he would want you all to have a great time on his behalf. We will do an Irish party here when the time feels right, and give him a toast with plenty of Guinness. Thank you to everyone for listening.
Oh no, that's from Kaz.
It's a pie.
Yes.
Okay, go for it. I don't know if it's probably her as well.
One at Rest by A.J. Stanley. Think of me as one at rest. For me you should not weep. I have no pain, no troubled thoughts, for I am just asleep. The living thinking me that was, is now forever still. And life goes on without me now, as time forever will. If your heart is heavy now, because I've gone away, dwell not long upon it, my friend, for none of us can stay. Those of you who like me, I sincerely thank you all. And those of you who love me, I thank you most of all. And in my fleeting lifespan, as time went rushing by, I found some time to hesitate, to laugh, to love, to cry. Matters that now, if time began, if time will ever cease, if I was here, I used it all, and now I am at peace.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't cry. Maybe you didn't cry.
Kaz put that on Facebook,
Okay.
and I'll just put it on Facebook.
On the day when weight deadens on your shoulders and you stumble, and the day dance to balance you, and where your eyes freeze behind the grey window, and the ghost of loss gets into you, may a flock of colours, indigo, red, green, and azure blue, come to awaken you, a meadow of delight. When the canvas frays, in the current of thought, the stain of ocean blackens beneath you, may you come here across the waters, apart the yellow moonlight, to bring you safely home. May the nourishment of your earth be yours. May the clarity of light be yours. May the fluency of the ocean be yours. May the protection of the ancestors be yours. And so may a slow wind work these words of love around you, an invisible cloak, to mind your life. That's from Kaz. A toast to Roger. Now we start.
Equal class.
Please raise a glass to my father, Roger, as we honor his life. He was a man that never needed the spotlight. He was always comfortable in the background, yet his presence was felt by those all who knew him. He would never say no to having a sneaky pint, sharing laughter, and good company. His humor and storytelling was legendary. He would light up a room. As he would spin his tales, he captivated his audience, young and old, leaving them hanging on every word. I have fond memories of his fantastic bedtime stories that kept us all up well past bedtime.
Value it is.
Roger's piano playing was always a treat, and wherever we visited, we always got him to play a few of his favorites. I never forgot his patience, as he would untangle countless fishing lines we would bring back to him as he taught us to fish. He was always quick to get us back to fishing. His fishing is a hobby that I've carried on with. May we hold dear his memory, his laughter, every shared drink, and most of all his love. Dad, we love you dearly. That's from Richard, Kelly, and Ethan. May his stories never fade.
I didn't know you could fish.
No, couldn't not.
Fish in Ireland. At least I never saw a photograph of it.
Yeah, it was
I am deeply saddened to having to write this. I've known Roger since 1975. That's 50 years. Our relationship has endured despite distances of living in different parts of South Africa. In my mind, when I think of Roger, I can only have a broad grin on my face. He was the life and soul of the many gatherings we had together. Roger, thank you for having been a part of my life and never wavering from it. We spoke a mere 3 weeks ago. You will be dearly missed, but certainly never forgotten. Rest in peace, my dear friend. That's from Mike Robson. Dear Rosemary, Wendy and I are sorry we cannot say goodbye personally today. We have always admired Roger and you for jumping out of the rat race and settling in the beautiful Natal Midlands. When Roger approached me to work with Harcourt's team, having a warm personality, he settled in immediately. All the girls in the office loved Roger's cheeky, flirtatious way.
As is many of you here.
Debbie, now you know where I get it from.
He was mostly upbeat about life, so it was a pleasure to have him in our company. Not much got Rog down except for a new wave of farm buyers who were never punctual, the funds never came through, and they ghosted you at every moment. My special memories were the lunches we shared with you both, usually ending at your home with Roger playing his beloved piano. What I learned from Roger is always a second chance. Moving from Johannesburg, getting out of the insurance industry, and starting a new career from scratch in real estate. Roger became very successful by networking the Midlands pubs, making new friends, contacts, and some really good sales. Roger, next second chance. He was very lucky to meet Rosemary, and they married during Roger's time with us, even though they'd been together much longer. My perception, it was such a superb union, where they had lots of fun and supported one another. One thing I learned from Rog is the word fake.
There we go, everybody.
Make it all.
Yes.
This was used liberally, and especially in superb jokes that were never ending. Thank you, Rog, for joining our firm and leaving me these lessons. Our loving Wade, our love, Wendy and Andrew.
All right, so,
You You want some more
Where's my
wine?
commission?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah. We sell your farm first.
Goeie.
No, that works.
Jesus.
It's been a long day.
Ja,
He's got the tourists.
get through this. We need to.
Roger, you bugger.
Maybe we must make this
I'm gonna have a glass.
every time we hear a fecal bugger in a memorial, everyone drinks.
You'll be fucking 3 minutes.
Roger, you old bugger. I can just imagine the party going on upstairs. That you have now reunited with my folks.
Thank you.
You're a great friend to them, always. Ready to have a wee tipple or two, sitting out in the garden at Kaladi. From the moment we met you at Pigley back in 2013, you just knew you were the one who was going to find us our special piece of paradise in the Midlands, and you did. Thank you for all that you did for our little family and for your friendship over the years. Your straight-faced wit and wicked sense of humour has left a massive crater you already missed. We love you, Rog. And that's from Wayne, Nova and the kids. To Rosemary, thank you for looking after the special man so well. I know it wasn't easy, but you did it with the grace and utmost compassion. You honoured his wishes and made him as comfortable as he could be. Thank you so very much. Dearest Rosemary, we are both so sad about Roger leaving us and would like to say a few words at the farewell. Roger, we met you in 2019 when you sold us a little piece of land and we built a house next door to... Thank you very much. What she said. I'm happy seeing in this life, but we got there.
I'll be a neighbor.
You and Roger became great friends as well as neighbours during lockdown, and we came to rely on each other for cheery chats and solidarity. Our friends became where we exchanged gossip, illicit whiskey, maybe, endless good crack, and Rosemary's percussions.
Crack in Irish is fun.
Crack is banter.
Where are we living?
In South Africa.
Not in your crack.
So Roger, play us another tune and we will raise the glass together and say cheers, dear friend. Always remember, with great love. That's from Colleen and Jeremy. Though I cannot be with you today, I want to honour my friend Rog. For 50 years he was a part of my life, not just as a friend, but as family. We shared many beers, plenty of laughter, and more good times than I can count. I will always be grateful for those memories. Roger will be deeply missed, but never forgotten. That's from Paul Westcott. Hi Rosemary. Unfortunately,
You want me to read that?
No, I'm just trying to see. No, you read that and make a difference to mine. Unfortunately, Will. Unfortunately, we will not be able to make it to Roger's memorial. I will, that's not what the word said.
I will, however, be there in spirit and share a moment reflecting on the many good times we had together. I will remember his lively, sharp-witted Irish humour, the entertaining lunches which invariably turned into dinner as well, and of course his total love of his family. Farewell, my friend. Rest in peace. That's from Mike Olivier.
Okay, you read the first one.
Dear Rose, from Elizabeth and myself, deepest sympathies on the passing of Roger. A character amongst all those who counted in the old Joburg days of insurance and employees' benefits providers. He lived to the full. At the same time, a top professional in his field. Condolences are extended from those who remember him. Thoughts are with you in this time, and that's from John.
Didn't look any better, huh?
We just running through spell check.
Fair.
I have known Roger for about 50 years. He has always been the dearest, closest and best friend. We first met in Zambia in the early 70s and remained friends ever since. Always enjoyed each other company. During good times and bad, Roger and I stuck together through thick and thin. We were always there for each other. Since moving to Ireland about 7 years ago, I've not seen much but remained in contact with Roger telephonically. Roger had a brilliant and loving personality which will be sadly missed by everyone he knew. Rosemary, my heart goes out to you. I'm so sorry for your loss. Unfortunately, we will not be with you today to celebrate his life. I will miss him dearly. And that's from Jim and Margie Casey.
It's nearly finished, I promise.
I didn't know he has many people.
Subscription.
I wish he didn't.
Darling Rosemary, I am so sad that Nick and I are unable to be with you today and the rest of Roger's mates to celebrate the life of our Roger the Dodger. This proud Irishman had a heart so warm and his life was full of joy, love and coarse humour. I remember many evenings at NSK listening.
Enniskerry.
NSK.
Can you get a new MC, please?
Listening to Roger play his beloved piano with a glass or two of wine to complement the evening. Or maybe that was bottles. Having met Roger over 43 years ago, I will never forget how much Tony, my late husband, and Roger always used to be up to mischief. And by that, I mean in the pub, talking cock, and getting home late with every excuse under the sun or moon, but somehow you couldn't be angry at Roger, as he always had a story to tell. I truly believe his love for life was only matched by his love for his family. He was truly proud of his boys and shared this with his love with Greg and Taryn too. Rosemary was not his only life partner, but was certainly his best friend, and gosh did they have fun. I'm so happy we got to see Roger and Rosemary as a couple of weeks ago at their new home in Howick. Although Roger was looking very frail, he certainly had not lost his sense of humour and a couple of fates will give him. Roger, the world will be a quieter place without you. And I would like to end off with a true Irish saying. May the winds of fortune sail you, may the sail a gentle sea, may it always be the other guy who says, this drink's on me. Cheers, Roger.
Cheers.
To Roger.
Yeah.
And to Rosemary.
To the family, to everyone, we
You
are
have to say
here
something too.
for you.
He did everything.
Yeah, he said a lot.
Page 1, 3 windows.